Spark Books here. Today, I'm going to explain the book, Talking to Crazy, by Mark Goulston. Take care, enjoy the book, and have a nice day. Talking to Crazy 2015 acknowledges that each person has the potential to be a little crazy, giving into irrational behavior when the mood strikes. These sparks offer sound advice on how to empathize and communicate with a person in crazy mode so you can keep yourself from going off the deep end, too. Key idea number 1, accept that everyone including yourself can act or be insane sometimes. Even reasonable people are astonished by their own irrationality. You're nuts. What does crazy mean here? We're not talking about mentally ill folks who may be mislabeled crazy. Craziness can occur without clinical illness. In these sparks, insane means unreasonable behavior. Crazy people may reject reason or have a warped sense of reality. This guy may utter nonsense or act against his own interests. Admitting you're crazy is the first step to reducing this tendency in yourself. Dealing with strange people requires acknowledging your own issues. Understanding your own madness helps you understand others. If you can't identify with them, you might scream or act irrationally. Who's crazy? However, if you can stay calm, you may be able to soothe a wild individual. Instead of becoming mad, figure out what made the guy crazy. Then that individual can't drive you crazy. If someone questions your honesty, you might shut down. Recognizing this tick will help you spot others with it. You'll know how to solve problems instead of making them worse. Key idea number 2, try to understand and sympathize with someone going crazy. You may not know how to react to a crazy individual. Important, don't argue. Arguing never helps. A major life event frequently causes a mad episode. Childhood experiences cause much madness. Neglected children are more gloomy. No matter how reasonable or persuasive your argument, such people may reject your concept. Everyone has this burden. Triggered lunatics cannot be sane by argument. Crazy people can't reason. Instead of debating, try to figure out their madness. A person's modus operandi is what he does while crazy. Screaming, personal attacks, or ignoring you are possible. Find patterns in the person's erratic behavior to find the cause. After identifying the method, try to sympathize. Imagine how mad he is. Thus, you can calm him. Don't just give reasons why an issue will be resolved positively when someone is overly pessimistic. First, pretend nothing works, then reason from there. Overall, speaking with a crazy person is difficult, but better than having them drive you insane. Key idea number 3, never fight a lunatic. Empathize yet set limits. Why do people become crazy? Control dominates these events. Despite their past, crazy people typically behave out because they crave control. When out of control, someone may yell. Yelling is used to establish control over others. Instead of fighting a mad person, work with him to prevent power clashes. Several methods exist. First, let a lunatic rule. He'll stop behaving crazy if you give him control. The author accidentally cut off a lunatic while driving. The insane driver then pushed the author to the side of the road and threatened him. Instead of fighting back, the author said he had such a miserable day he was waiting for someone to kill him. It's his driver. Apologize, be empathic, and say the crazy person's furious things first to diffuse the situation. Beating the crazy person verbally eliminates his need to be passive hostile and lets you both go on. If your dog barks all night, visit your insane neighbors before they visit you and tell them you'd feel bad if a neighbor's dog kept you up. Tell them that neighbor upsets you. Specify. Crazy people need boundaries. Tell a caller you'll hang up if they shout. He'll realize he can't shout on the phone, so he won't. Key idea number 4, connect with the normal person inside rather than shouting at the crazy outside. When someone yells at you, you forget that madness is transitory. Remember that even the craziest people have reasonable parts. Using that sanity calms him. Remember that a crazy loved one is still a decent person. His sanity listens to you despite his madness. Address the reasonable person within, not the insane rapping. Cooking dinner can restore sanity. That may distract him from his worries. After calming down, inquire about the outburst. Ask for guidance on how to handle his craziness in the future. Crazy people require patience. Wait till the person can connect. Crazy people frequently lash out in any way they can. He may scream about how much he hates you or call you the worst thing that ever happened to him. Logical people usually leave such situations. Remember that mad individuals typically lie, so don't end a connection or relationship over temporary insanity. Wait until the person calms down and inquire if he meant what he said during his insane episode. Usually no. Key idea number 5. Help manipulators handle their rage and disappointment. Crazy has many shapes. Manipulation is crazy, too. People who won't accept no manipulate others. To relieve rage, they may try to divide two people. A teen's mother forbids pizza for dinner. He may reply by badmouthing his mother to his father. This is like a friend calling you at night to complain about a common friend. Manipulators hope to turn a no into a yes. Avoid manipulation. Clear yet gentle with these insane folks. Telling the insane person you're interested in what he has to say but would like to discuss the issue with the third person who's being badmouthed is one method to handle attempted manipulation. Point out that the manipulator may be overreacting. Avoid anger. Anger never helps. A person who is terrified of being told no may likewise decline help if offered. Because he's been rejected before, a mad person may respond this way. Tell crazy people to ask for help. Check on him often because he may not tell you if something is wrong. Key idea number 6. Surprise narcissists and sarcasm. We know that control drives crazy. Know-it-all crazies also value control. Know-it-alls can be handled several ways. It may sound paradoxical, but a know-it-all should be puffed up. This reduces the demand for superiority. Avoid alienating a narcissistic lunatic. Agree with them. Confirm his superiority. If someone belittles others to boost his ego, tell him you're lucky to have him on your side. After catching his attention, explain how his arrogance may turn people off. Crazy narcissism and sarcasm are similar. Sarcasm, like narcissism, alienates people. Teenage sarcasm. Teens often alienate their parents by being too snarky. Stress causes adolescent snark. It protects teens. Understand a chronically sarcastic person's sarcasm to anticipate it. Throw back sarcasm when someone says something sarcastic. For instance, your snarky supervisor constantly questions your professional ability. Yeah, me neither, if he says, I don't know why I'm asking you, of all people. A comment like that will get his attention and possibly enrage him. Then you may talk to him rationally. Key idea number 7. Respect and collaborate with your ex. For the kids. Losing love is easy. Insanity can also destroy love. Luckily, you can defend your relationship from unreasonable behavior. She demanded too much or he often went out late are often used to explain a breakup, although they rarely are. Couples' incapacity to solve difficulties is frequently the problem. Don't get mad when your partner makes a mistake. Sponsor your partner. This involves discussing daily struggles, setbacks, and triumphs with your partner. Always back your buddy. Sponsoring each other can save a relationship. If you divorce and have children, don't hurt them. Accepting that a dead love cannot be revived is difficult. Remember your kids before going on a rampage. Divorce turns many spouses cruel. They argue or fight over custody. Stop before you go crazy. Such behavior harms your children's mental health. Even if you disagree on how to raise your kids, you and your partner must be respectful and cooperative. You shouldn't seek child custody. You should prevent your divorce from scarring your child. Key idea number 8. Try to communicate your partner's thoughts when they shut down. Screaming lunatics are hard to handle. It's also hard to cope with someone who closes down and won't talk. When a loved one acts like way, it's crucial to express the strange things you suspect. Negative feelings might overwhelm. Sometimes we bottle up our feelings instead of expressing them. Suppressing bad sentiments leads to taking them out on others, like a partner. A crippled child's parents. They act crazy with each other because they're afraid of admitting they're angry with their child. Don't take your partner's craziness personally. Ask your partner if you're right about their thoughts. Though painful, the dialogue is a crucial first step to healing the insane. Asking your partner to repeat things is another way to get him to talk. Help your partner by saying what you think is on his mind and asking him to repeat it. The request may surprise him and hopefully initiate a dialogue. It shows your partner how hard quiet is for you. Your boyfriend may include you more if he realizes how much you mean to him. Key idea number 9. Mental illness requires professional help. We've learned how to calm a mad person. This isn't always doable, though. Staying empathic and connecting with a mentally ill individual may help you persuade them to get care. Listen to what they say. Try to see things from his perspective. Tell him you'd probably feel the same way in his situation. Mental illness requires skilled treatment. No amount of kindness can cure a major mental condition. Mental illness goes beyond transient irrationality. You can't solve a loved one's personality condition, addiction, or suicidal thoughts alone. Professional assistance is available. Medical psychiatry is first aid. It stabilizes someone for subsequent action. Psychotherapy addresses long-term issues. Therapists provide patients life-changing coping skills. Counseling is milder psychotherapy. Counseling is shorter and less frequent than therapy. Psychosocial therapy prevents relapse. It also aids with reintegration. Finally, mentorship encourages and motivates people with mental illnesses. Staying empathic and connecting with a mentally ill individual may help you persuade them to get care. Listen to what they say. Try to see things from his perspective. Tell him you'd probably feel the same way in his situation. Everybody gets crazy. Avoid power struggles and empathize with crazy people. Stay respectful, deflect sarcasm, and help the person express himself if needed. You want to sanitize the person so you can converse. Don't try to fix a true mental disorder. Instead, suggest expert aid.
To view more content like this, subscribe. Don't forget to like and turn on notifications. The channel really benefits from it. I appreciate you being here.